throughout the show, I've been talking about Bellator 192. One of the big stories coming out of Bellator 192, of course, Aaron Pico, once again, looking phenomenal, picking up his second pro win, really putting June in his rearview mirror. He continues to look good. This time wins in just 37 seconds, wins via one of the more brutal body shots that I've ever seen. It truly hurt to watch that. He knocked out Shane Kruchten in the first round, as I said, in just 37 seconds, and he's kind enough to be joining us right now. Aaron, how are you?
I'm good, Ariel. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on your second pro victory. This felt, at least to me, like, okay, so we know what happened in MSG. Then we know about, the second fight. You finally get that win in September. But I felt like there was a little more swagger with this Aaron Pico coming out, nothing but a G thing, just like strolling into the cage, doing your thing, and then of course the knockout in 37 seconds. Like I really felt like this time, like June was nowhere near your mind. You were not thinking about, like you were just this was the real Aaron Pico. Am I crazy here, or is there something to that?
No, you're correct. I was having fun. I'm enjoying my time. The biggest thing for me, just go out there, have fun, and do what I do. I have all the skills in the world, and I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a blast.
Does it feel almost like, okay, now that you got that first win out of the way, like did you feel a lot more relaxed and confident and having fun? You're able to enjoy the moment. The first time you're trying to get the win in your debut. The second time you're trying to right the wrong. Now you're just having a career.
Yeah. It's I felt so good out there, Ariel. Since the walkout, I felt just calm. I felt this is where I belong. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to do what I do, and just and stay focused. Training camp went really, really well. Working with Antonio and the guys at the body shop. No injuries, nothing. Weight was great. But yeah, I'm having a blast. I'm enjoying it. After the first one, it was you had to reevaluate some things, and then like you said, the second one, it's like, okay, you got to get the win. You have to get the win. And as I got the first one out of the way, I just relax and have a good time. And wrestling it was kind of, the first match was always very shaky for me, and I knew once I get past the first match, I'll be fine. So it's kind of with fighting. Once I got the first one out of the way, I'm right on track.
Was the body shot something that you were specifically looking for with Shane?
I knew he was going to be very weak in the stomach. I watched some video on him, and I knew he took some kicks to the body, which he didn't really like. So I knew he's a lot taller than me. So I knew if I got to the inside and I just let it rip, he was gonna go down. I knew that for 100%. I knew it was gonna land on him. And it's just a shot that I always do. I walk around the house, I throw left hook to the body. I just constantly shadow boxing. It's just kind of like just something I do. So I don't even know how I threw it. It just landed. It's like I said, I'm constantly shadow boxing. People think I'm crazy. I'm in the stores shadow boxing, so it was just muscle memory. It just happened so fast. It was good though, but I knew I was going to land it.
There's something very stimulating about the body shot, and I feel like it's underused in MMA as opposed to boxing. You don't see it as much. Do you agree with that? And why do you think that is?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I asked myself the same question. I know in boxing, body shots are very crucial, and I've always, from a very young age, I've always been known as going to the body, and and it's been a big punch of mine. But I asked myself the same question. I don't know why people don't. A lot of people headhunt a lot, but for me, I like to hit the body, get the guys, their hands low. Because I don't care who you are, if you get hit to the body and the right spot, they'll floor, man. I've been hit to the body, and it's like, man, it's a feeling that's terrible. I'd rather get hit to the head than the body. But yeah, that's my question. I don't know why people don't go to the body. I know in boxing it's very important, and I don't think the MMA is no different.
When you land that, could you put into words what it feels like to hit someone in the body and then see them just kind of crumple to the mat? And you landed one just like a few seconds earlier, and then the finishing blow once again, as you mentioned with the left. What does that feel like to hit that spot and then see another human being go down?
Oh, it's a great feeling. I knew when I landed the first body shot, I knew he was hurt really, really bad. That's why I didn't go to the ground with him. I'm like, I know he's just trying to recover. So as soon as he stood up and I hit him with the last one, it's just, in fighting, anytime you can get the job done quick and get out of there, it's a beautiful feeling. So, yeah, I look forward to many more of those.
Yeah, it was somewhat comical to watch you land the first body shot. He goes down, and then he's saying like, "Come to the ground," and like knowing your background on the ground, like you're like, wow, this guy's that hurt that he's actually inviting you to the ground, which is also your bread and butter. Did you kind of chuckle at that notion as well? He's inviting me to the ground. He must be really in pain.
Yeah, that was a dead giveaway. I knew. Before this fight, I worked a lot on the ground. But people were saying you're not going to the ground. But I was like, I don't have to. He's on. I know he's clearly hurt. I just stand him up, and I'm gonna rip at his body again. So, yeah, I mean, I was prepared to even go on the ground, but I knew when I landed that first one, it hurt him really bad. So I was like, no, I ain't gonna take no chances. Get up and let me finish this.
And what was this move that you were doing afterwards? Like this sort of Matador thing it was incredible. You did it a few times, then you did it again. What are we doing here with this move?
Oh, I'm a big fan of bullfighting. I love bullfighting. I like bullfighting on horses. I'm a big fan of it. So for this week, I was just watching a lot of bullfighting. I mean, I don't know. I just knew one thing I really like about it is just these guys fight these bulls, and they're just like big beasts, and then the Matadors are just so relaxed, they sidestep, they move, they get the bull tired, then they go for a very elegant kill. And I feel like that's how fighting should be, you should just be very, I saw I'm the Matador, he's a bull. I knew Shane Kruchten, I was thinking like he's going to be the bull that's going to come out and he's going to try to, come after me, and I need to just relax, take my time, and look for a very, very elegant kill. And I feel I did. I was just very excited after the fight, just especially being at the farm with all my friends and family there, and it just it just flowed. It was natural for me.
How many friends and family members were there?
Oh, there was a lot. I had a lot of family. For me, I mean, I've always been like traveling the world, competing, doing all kinds of stuff. So I don't really have a lot of family that can go and watch me because I'm always away. So to finally be able to be in LA, I had tons of family there. There were friends all over. So it's very different. I loved it being at home, but it's a different type of pressure fighting at home. It's you have everybody from all, everybody's coming. It's a little bit different, but I enjoyed it. I felt right at home at the farm. I've been there a few times for the World Cup for the wrestling because I was part of that. So I knew where everything was at. I felt great. And like I said, I just felt so calm, relaxed, and I knew if I just stuck to the game plan that Antonio and I, discussed, and it was going to be a great night, which it was.
And by the way, have you ever seen bullfighting in person?
Yeah, I've been to Spain 3 times. I've been one time I saw a bullfight in Madrid, and then I was in Sevilla, which is like Andalusia, Spain. And I'm going to go back this month too. One of my favorite bullfighters is fighting, so I'm going to go watch him. I'm pretty excited about that. His name is Diego Ventura. So if you ever go on YouTube, watch him. He's a bullfighter on a horse, which is actually really crazy to watch.
What?
And see the horses away. Yeah, look it up one day. It's pretty crazy. So I'm going to go watch him, and yeah, I like it.
Wow, I can't believe you actually know the Matador's name. Like you're an actual fan of bullfighting.
Yeah, I really love bullfighting. It's called Rejoneo, which is bullfighting on a horse. They have like bullfighting when you're standing, and then there's a guy that does it on horseback, which is really, really cool to see. You see the way that the horse moves, it jukes the other bull out. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's nuts.
Wait. I'm watching it right now on YouTube. You say pretty cool. I think this is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. This is absolutely nuts.
Are you watching on a horse?
Yes, on a horse.
Yeah. It's nuts.
The horse looks terrified though.
Yeah, I know. It's like tradition, the Spain tradition, but it's pretty crazy. The bull is like fighting for his life, but I just really like the way that the horse moves and the way that the horseman is able to maneuver the horse. It's pretty crazy.
What? You don't feel bad for the bull and the horse watching this?
Yeah, I do, but I don't know. It's been part of history for a very, very long time. But yeah, I know.
I'm very anxious watching
like,
this.
oh my gosh, Aaron Pico is so bad. He likes bullfighting, but I don't know what to say.
Have you ever done the running of the bulls in Pamplona?
No, I haven't actually. I've been there during the time. I didn't actually get to see it, but there's like an academy like in San Diego that I was looking up. It would be kind of cool just to kind of like go against a calf, they like come at you and stuff. I mean, to actually really learn how to do it would be kind of cool, but I think I'll wait on that. I don't want to get hurt.
you one day before it's all done, like, is this a thing you must do? Do you want to actually do this?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think it would be kind of cool. I think it would just be cool to just like practice. I don't really want to go and have to kill the bull, but I think they have calves that are like raised to fight, and like you practice on them would be really, really cool. But to go against a big, big bull, I would rather fight a guy in the cage than have to go against that. I'll just be a fan and watch it from a distance.
Have you ever met Mr. Diego Ventura?
No, that would be a dream of mine to meet him, actually. I don't even think he knows who I am, but I'm like the biggest fan of his.
Wow, you have his poster on your wall and stuff?
No, but I watch him a lot. I watch, like I said, I love horses. I have a Spanish horse, an Andalusian, so I'm constantly watching the videos, trying to be a better horseman and just trying to learn as much as I can. It's a really good balance with fighting and having my horse. It really it keeps it balanced because you can't just think about fighting all the time, which I always do. But
sure,
I get to go to the stables every day with my horse, relax, and then I get my day started. So it's a good little mix for me.
Wow, and sorry for harping on this. It's just so fascinating. Do you have to teach the horse how to do that? Like, is he part of the preparation as well? You can't just jump on a horse and expect him to know what to do when the bull's coming at him, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's many like years that just like an athlete. I mean, there's years and years of experience, and you got to have the right breed.
Okay.
You have to. They're trained to fight bulls, and the breed is actually called the Lusitano, which is a Portuguese breed. And back in the day, they were just bred to fight bulls. And I'm actually kind of curious too. I'm still trying to figure out as much information as I possibly can. I don't speak Spanish fluently, but I know a few words. So I'm always on YouTube trying to like do the translation, trying to learn as much as I can. Like, how do you teach the horse? But I said, hopefully one day I get to know one of those guys and go see them train. That would be a dream of mine. So I'm still working at that.
Am I crazy, or is this the first time that you walked out to Nothing But a G Thing?
No, I walked out actually in my second fight against Justin Lin. That was my song. I really like that song, and yeah, it just keeps me loose. I really like it, and yeah, that's going to be my song from now on.
Okay, I like when someone sticks to one song and that becomes your song. I think that's a smart move.
Yeah.
What are the chances Freddie Roach actually corners you one of these days? Has that been discussed at all?
Yeah, he was actually going to be in my corner this time, but his fighter actually took a fight on the same day, so which I totally understand. He's got to go with him. He fought in New York, so he wasn't able to make it. But for sure, Freddie Roach will definitely be in my corner one of these days. Yes, some boxing. Obviously, he's got a good amount of boxers that train there, so he's always on the go. But for sure, in the future, he'll definitely be in my corner.
Could you explain your training situation? Because I think for the longest time we considered you an AKA fighter, but as you mentioned, you're now training with Antonio McKee and his crew over there. Are you no longer with? I mean, clearly you're not with AKA, right? You're now an official member of that team, and if so, why aren't you with AKA anymore?
Well, I was like a lot of people don't know that I was never with AKA. My management, Bob Cook and Dwayne Zinkin. They manage a lot of fighters from AK, so a lot of people just assume that I'm up at AK. I know those guys. I'm really good friends with them. And every now and then when I'm up north, I get a practice in, and I've popped in. But I live in Southern California, so I'm with Team Body Shop with Antonio McKee, Joey Davis, Kimbo Slice Jr. Mm-hmm. So we got a good team there. We got a really good team there. It's I feel right at home. Everybody keeps each other accountable. At the end of the day, we just have fun and we work. It's great. Having a leader like Antonio McKee guide us to the top is what we all need. And I can't say it enough. Antonio McKee is a very, very good coach. I think he's the best coach in MMA. He's a
Wow.
guy that's very, very open-minded when it comes to MMA. He's constantly studying film, trying to figure out how he makes us better fighters. But the thing that makes him so special is that he understands that we all have different styles. I have a way completely different style than AJ, and he's really adapts to, coaching each individual how they're supposed to, how their style is. And he's a guy that is, I can call him any time of the day and he'll be willing to practice. He's always at practice. That's all he wants to do. And it works well with me. And that's all I want to do is train. So it's a great combination. So he keeps me really relaxed too. I mean, he's works hard, but he keeps it nice and relaxed, have fun. And I mean, I enjoy being there.
That's great. Yeah, I've heard some glowing reviews of Antonio McKee, who, I remember, of course, as a fighter not that long ago, and seeing what he's done with you, and of course his son Joey Davis, who had a phenomenal win on Saturday, Kimbo Slice Jr. Yeah. It's amazing to watch. Not only do you win via impressive, body shot, 37 seconds, then afterwards you're hanging out with Brooke Hogan. What a life you have, Aaron Pico. Are you friends with Brooke Hogan? Are you guys dating? What's going on over there?
No. I walked by. And I was with a good friend of mine, Bob Shapiro. I see him all the time at Wildcard. He's always there. We train together. He watches my sparring. He introduced me to some people there, and she happened to be there, and I got a picture with her. So it was a good night. Yeah, there was a lot of LA. There was a lot of stars there. I know there's a good amount of people there. So it was a fun night.
By the way, you're not talking about like the famous lawyer Robert Shapiro, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, Bob, like, Robert Shapiro. Yeah,
like of O.J. Simpson fame?
Wild card. I'm sorry?
Of the O.J. Simpson trial fame?
Yeah.
That's your friend?
Yeah, I see him all the time at Wildcard. He's always there. I train with him. He's there with, watching sparring. He's a really, really nice guy. And he's wanted to watch me fight. Like I said, I see him all the time there at Wildcard. So
that's incredible.
He's a really, really nice guy, and he's a big fan of boxing and now MMA as well.
Next time you see Robert Shapiro, you could let him know that after the trial, I was such a huge, I was so invested in that trial. I don't know why I was so fascinated by it. I watched everything. I consumed everything. I was in the 8th grade. After the trial was over, he came to Montreal, which is where I grew up, and spoke at a local synagogue, and I brought the newspaper from the day after the trial was over where it said like that OJ was acquitted, and I went up to him and I asked him to sign it for me, and I still have it at my parents' home. Robert Shapiro, the lawyer for OJ Simpson. Now you're just buddies with him, hanging out at the gym. How crazy is that? So please tell him that many moons ago I went up to him and that I was a big admirer of his work.
Yeah, I will let him know. I actually took a picture with him when I was like 8 years old at a boxing match. He was there, and then yeah, I was a big fan of his as well. Like, and then I showed him, like, oh man, that's crazy, So he's a very, very nice guy. He loves boxing. It's funny. He trains very, very hard at the boxing club. Does his rounds, and
amazing.
He puts in his work too. So it's a great little environment there.
Oh, when do you want to come back?
I'm healthy. Everything is good. My training is well. My weight. I mean, I'll come back whenever. Honestly, I want to sit down with my team and figure out when I will be back. This fight was, like I said, very, very quick. So I have no injuries, no nothing. I love being in training camp. I don't really have a training camp. I don't like to use that term because I'm always training. So as soon as possible, that's good for me. Time is my friend in the cage, and I need to get as much as I possibly can.
And are we staying with the same weight class for now?
Yeah, featherweight is perfect for me. I mean, my second fight, I was 2 pounds under. This time I was a pound under. I mean, I eat very, very well all year round. I mean, I just like to be healthy. It's just, obviously, this is what I do. So, I mean, I don't have to drop a crazy amount of weight. It's perfect. I feel lean. I feel fast. And I've been at this weight for like 4 years now because I wrestled at this weight. So, yeah, this is my weight. I feel very, very good at this one.
Yeah, you're absolutely chiseled at the weight. So I'm not suggesting, but I know at some point, I mean, you get older, it may get a little tougher, but certainly not the case right now. By the way, you posted a picture on your Instagram, and it was an MMA fighting picture taken by our own Cynthia Vance of you making with that stance. Is that also the Good Morning one? Is that also is that like a nod to the Matadors as well? That face that you're making is phenomenal. What is that?
Yeah, just I know it's funny. I saw a picture. I was like, man, that's a great picture. But yeah, in the cage, I don't know. I just felt so well. I just felt so confident. I just, like I said, I felt I was a Matador. He was the Bull, and it was nothing. I was gonna just put him away. I just looked at him. I saw in his eyes. I was like, this guy is not going to be able to go with me. Once he feels my power, it's going to be a short night for him. But yeah, I just got in my stance. Once that bell rang, I was ready to go.
Congratulations again. Great job. It's a lot of fun watching you progress and to see you kind of come into your own here and to come back from what happened in June. You've done everything right and then some. So again, enjoy the victory and looking forward to what's next for you, my man. It's a pleasure to talk to you. It's a pleasure to watch you grow in MMA.
Ariel, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. I mean, we're just going to keep getting better and better, and, you know, life is good. I'm just going to keep progressing.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. All the best. We'll talk to you soon.
You as well. Thank you.
All right. There he is, Aaron Pico, the definition of a phenom.